we are going to commence today's edition of the show with our brand promotions. And for that, we are going to kick off with our real estate products that we have.
Yeah, but before I do that, I just wanted to tell you, the listeners, that this show has been on for over a month now. And so we've done our best to bring you all the beautiful tips in business to help you improve your business, grow your profitability and productivity. And we hope we are doing that. But today, like Chemaka said, we want to open the phone lines. We want to hear from you. We want to get feedback from you. If you have any questions on the topics we've handled since we started, we'd love to hear that and try to answer your questions. If you have any business topics you want us to discuss, like she said, we want to handle those. But I also want you to call in, and talk about some of the products that we have, promoted since we started, and we're going to repeat some of them today. And would love to hear you. Would love you to call in and tell us you're going to buy the 30 million horizontal property.
We just want to communicate with you today.
I want to have that exchange with you. Yeah. So basically, number one on the list is the
real estate product.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So we have Cubana right here. Cubana Estate is at Nekuno. It's 5 minutes from Ugogo Nike. It's off Ugogo Nike, 5 minutes from Peace University, the brand new Peace University. And I've always told you that this will be a great buy for you this year in 2023. Buy this property now and reap the benefits next year, 2024. The next is Digital Estate at Ugwomo Emene, 5 minutes from Caritas University, going for 3.5 million. Cubana is going for 1.5 million. And then Citygate Estate is 7 million. This one is behind Banana Estate, New Enugu Phase 2. Then you have a Fizzy Estate behind Centenary City, Okunani Enugu, somewhere down Port Harcourt Expressway. There, it's going for 5.5 million. Then you have Crystal Garden, Phase 3, beside Centenary City as well, going for 8 million. And a Fizzy Estate, another class of a Fizzy Estate, behind Centenary City as well, going for 15 million. And then we have one for Anambra State, Capital Estate, Obaru Anambra State, going for 1 million a plot, right? And so if you had 10 million to invest in properties or 20 million to invest in properties, it will be a great buy for you to just come take 20 of this, let them sit for a while and watch your profit grow. The next one is University Estate, Akbo Gaziniki, 7 minutes from Ugogo roundabout. It's 1.5 million. And then another class of Citygate Estate, going for 3.5 million. Obekenike, Enugu. This one is at Obekenike. Excellent Estate is 5 million. It's at Ugwomo Emene, opposite the Upper Room Ministries, 12 minutes from the Enugu International Airport. And I've told you guys with that number that any property close to the airport is a great buy. It's a sure return on investment in the nearest future. And then you have Evergreen Estate, Ozala, before UNTH along Enugu Port Harcourt Expressway. It's going for 6.5 million. This is another great buy because of the UNTH landmark. And you all know that UNTH is the biggest hospital east of the Niger. And so it will be good for you to go buy a property around there. Then the next one is Evergreen Estate, Ozala. Did I just call that one now? Okay, I just did. Okay, then you have Crystal Garden Phase 2 beside Centenary City, Okunani Enugu, going for 12 million. And the choices of them all is reflected in the price of 30 big million naira. That's Crystal Garden Phase 1, beside Centenary City as well. So these are great properties to buy. These are great investments to make. These are in choice areas of Enugu State, right? And you're guaranteed a high return on investment after a short while of investment. And if your goal is to buy and build, then these are buy and build. You don't have anything to do. You don't have anything to do with the communities, because the owners of the estates have, paid up the communities, turned them into gated communities. They promise infrastructure, security, road network security. You have nothing to do with Obonechago or Niani or any of those things that, they make you pay if you buy elsewhere, because this company has taken care of all of that. And most importantly, they're going to be offering you verifiable documents that you can take to the Ministry of Lands, to verify, the deeds on those properties. And that's to say, your money no go swim water.
Yeah, and you omitted the special payments package.
Yeah, okay, great. So if you're interested in a payment plan, it's also a possibility. If you do not want to, have it wear down on your pockets, right, or your bank account, and you want to split your payments in different installments, it's possible, right? Only know that there's going to be, some interest rates accruing to that, but it is a possibility to pay installmentally, yes.
Okay, we'll have another real estate company to promote. This one is Irie Grace Homes.
Okay.
Also here in Enugu State.
So Irie Grace Homes is at Nkubo, Emene, Enugu State. It's a fast developing estate located at Nkubo, like I said, Emene, Enugu State. It's about 10 minutes from the Akana Ibiam International Airport. Again, it's a great buy because of the location, because of the landmark, the international airport. Right, a couple of years from now, properties from there will be selling at very, very, high rates, and you'll stand a chance to make a lot of profit. It's structured to provide quality road network, 24/7 security, constant electricity and water supply, good drainage system, and modern recreational facilities. The price is 8.5 million per plot, and the size of plot is 500 square meters. So do yourself a favor and make that call and go buy a property here.
You should look into it. Okay, so the next brand that we are going to promote right now, I am kind of excited about them because this is festive season and we see people coming together trying to buy things in bulk just to reduce the weight of the loads of getting them all by themselves. So people come together to buy a whole lot of things to share. It's festive period. So can we talk about our meat sharing and also our food box business, the brands? Yeah.
Great. So we have this meat sharing from Buena Casa Butchery. And so they have fresh, organic, delicious, and healthy meat, right? So we started to promote this a couple of weeks ago, and we told you how this is the best way for you to buy meat, right? Because there's a culture of buying meat from the open market, and what usually happens is that these butchers buy a cow or two or three early in the morning, have them slaughtered, right? And then they begin to sell it from morning till evening. Right under the sunlight, you see rodents running around. You see, vultures, creeping around and all of that. And the fact that people from different places in the city come to the market and keep touching up on this meat, they keep.
They will tell you that they need to check out what they are buying. And you don't even know how hygienic their hands are.
You don't know where they're coming from.
Even where the meat is also kept. You see flies everywhere.
That's right.
And kept and very dirty.
And these people may have come from the toilet or anything like that. And and then I've seen butcheries overseas actually, and these places are washed down every evening, sanitized. I'm telling you, tiled up, sanitized with disinfectants and all of that. When they come in the morning, they also repeat the same thing, and you see everywhere speckling clean. The Ministry of Health usually comes to visit, but these places in this market, I don't see the Ministry of Health coming to check up. And you see old tables where they kill the stuff, never sanitized. So it's not a good way for you to buy meat. You can end up getting all sorts of hook or tapeworm. So this is a great way for you to buy healthy meat. Now, this is a meat sharing service, and they have a number of plans, that you can sign up to. You have the basic plan for 25 people. That's 25 people sharing a giant cow. And then you have standard for 20 people, deluxe for 15 people, super deluxe for 10 people, and jumbo for hotel and restaurant groupings. You don't necessarily have to be a hotel, but if you have a large family and you want to share, in the jumbo plan, you can come, and that will be like, between 2 to 5 people sharing a giant cow, right? And so what happens is that you're communicated the date of the sharing, and everybody on these groups will gather up at the location, right? So before the cow is killed, y'all will see the cow, the giant cow standing right there, right? And so y'all will be there when the Abuki man comes to, slaughter the cow, kill it, and then the sharing starts. So what happens is that every part in this cow, every part of this cow is shared into the number of people on your group. Right, so nobody's cheating anybody. You're getting, if it's tozo, you're getting tozo. If it's the ears, you're getting ears, and and that's how it works really. And so the kinds of animals involved in this sharing are basically cow, goat, pork, and then they have chicken as well. So that means not that chicken will be shared, but I mean, if you want your chicken processed and roasted, spiced and roasted, that can be done for you and delivered as well. So I encourage you this festive season to give this a shot. You'll get return, of value for your money. Yes.
And then the food box.
Yeah, the food box is it's another very exciting one. You don't have to go to the market. You all know how crazy it is at the market this festive season. As a matter of fact, I don't want to be found anywhere near.
Yeah, this brand can be your personal shopper.
Yes, right. I don't want to be found anywhere near main market, right? So this food box contains a number of food items, but it goes beyond the food items. If there's anything you want to shop for this Christmas period, right, and you do not want to be found looking around the market, place that call and these guys will go out there and get it for you. And not only would they get it for you, they'll deliver it to your doorstep. So the items you have on the food box are basically, number one, 25 kg bag of local rice, right? 3 liters of King's vegetable oil, a packet of North seasoning cube, 1 painter of melon, engine peeled or hand peeled, whichever one you want, right? But melon is basically a goosey. And then you have 10 tubers of sizable yam, 5 painters of iron or petiscum beans, 3 painters of yellow gari, a gallon of red oil, 10 pieces of dry fish, sizable stockfish, 10 pieces of flat tin tomatoes, 1 big sachet of salt, iodized salt for that matter, 1 painter of crayfish, 1 painter of fresh tomatoes, half painter of onions, 5 cups of ogbono, right? So this is the size of the package, right? But if you want anything added to your food box, it's possible. That's a custom order, right? The other reason I love this is that there are so many families that have their kids living overseas and their parents are aged. So they usually want somebody to shop for them all the time because their parents are really old. So you can call this company and actually have an arrangement for them to deliver this food box to your aged parents once or twice a month, or how many times you want them to deliver it in a month. It's a possibility. Some of you live overseas and you crave for Nigerian food.
I was about asking that.
Yeah. So you crave for Nigerian food. I remember when I used to live overseas, I love drinking gari and granite, so, so I used to crave for that all the time, And then if you go to the African stores, they're usually very expensive, right? Yes. So what you can do is order anything that you want from these guys, and they'll ship it to you anywhere in the pantry all month round.
Okay, still talking about food, we have the Yam Millionaire program.
Great.
And this one is quite different because you will not only consume the yam, you will also become a millionaire just by farming the yam.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good one. So basically the Yam Millionaire program is a program that we've come up with, to help you in 2024.
Yeah, we've been talking about it since last week.
That's right. The Tinubu economy is biting hard, right? The Tinubu economy is biting hard on you, the citizens of Nigeria. Companies are leaving Nigeria really fast. Nigerian citizens are losing their jobs, right? But really, there are a number of things that you can do to get by and actually, live above the Nigerian economy. And this is one of it, right? And so it's called the Yam Millionaire program. Some of you have been calling. There's a young man that called, I've forgotten his name, just called me this morning and was inquiring, And so I wanted him to listen again today. So basically, it's the size of investment. This is a Yam in Sack program, right? Where instead of going to the fields or going to the farm, Igbo people usually have their farms on the outskirts of the village or anything like that, yeah. And so that's why many farmers run the risk of being attacked by herdsmen, because usually these farms are in a place where Ndibo or Ozala or Agro or anything like that, right? And so these places are usually secluded. So we're saying, and because of all that insecurity, it's affecting food productivity in the southeast and in Nigeria in general. So this system is a system that allows you to farm yam in the city, right? In plots of land in the city, gated plots of land. So this particular investment, the size is 6.7 million, and the size of plot is 6 plots of land, right? And you will be farming 12,000 tubers of yam and harvesting it after 7 months. So what happens is that after 7 months, you'll have a bountiful harvest of 12,000 tubers of yam, right? And if each one sells at 1,500, which I believe by next year will be selling for more than 1,500, but we're doing worst case scenario of 1,500. After selling 12,000 tubers of yam, you'll be making 18 million. That means that your profit is 11,300,000 out of an investment of 6.7 million, because 18 million minus 6.7 million gives you 11,300,000. So this is a great investment. So the funds that will be accruing to those who would want to share in the group page, we have two plans. You have an individual plan where an individual is funding the investment of 6.7 million. At the end of the day, you make 18 million, right? That's the total income coming to you. But there are a number of you calling and saying, I don't have 6.7 million. That's why we had the groupage plan. And this allows you to come in as a part investor. And the size of that investment is 500,000 per person. And we need 15 people, in the different groups, right? That's why we call it groupages, right? So what you will be getting when you are part of this group of 15 is 1.2 million after 7 months. 1.2 million after 7 months, it's great. But really, if you want, you can double or triple or quadruple or quintuple, whatever, you can actually do that. Because what you can do,
you can take as
many slots as possible. So that means that you can buy into every group possible. Every group available, you buy into with your 500,000. Every group possible, you can buy into.
Just the way people do the yearly contribution.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have like 4 or 5 slots for yourself.
Exactly. So, beautiful. Good analogy, right? So if you did that, that means in 1 year, and you invested in 5 different groups, that means in 1 year, in 7 months, you could have as much as 1.2 times 7 or times 5. Come on. I mean, no salary earner will touch that, So this is a great investment for you to get by in 2020. Remember I said the size of package for the individual is 6.7 million naira. But whether or not you're an individual or not, the size of package is still 6.7 million. But you can just, sign on to the group page and share the investment and then share the profit at the end of the day.
Yeah, there are some persons that wouldn't just want to invest. They would also love to have a knowledge about how the business is being run.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about the upcoming training in February 7?
Okay, so yes, for those of you who have been asking, I want to do 2 plots. I want to do half a plot behind my compound, or do 1 plot, right? Our consultants, we're working with a consultant on this project, and so our consultants do not take 1 or 2 plots. They implement economies of scale. That means they prefer large investments, at least 6 plots, so that it will be profitable for the investor and worth their while, who are going to farm do the farming for you, right? So, but if you want to do half or 1 or 2 plots, what you can do is join this training coming up in February that Chimaka is going to tell you about now. In this training, this Yam Sack consultant is going to teach you how to farm yams in sack behind your house or anywhere, in the city, and actually make millions as well, right? Yes. So this way, of course, you won't be worried about the 6.7 million because you'll be doing it yourself. But you need to attend this training, yes. Okay,
so there is Yam Sack training coming up by 7th of February up until 7th of March 2024, and there are several course outlines here. The first one is soil preparation and sack selection, yam variety and yam seed selection, sack prep and planting technique. Also, there is irrigation and fertilization. We also have growth and development tracking. There is also pest and diseases management, and lastly, harvesting techniques. So there is no how you will go through this course outlines and you wouldn't know how to run this business or find your way around yam in sack farming. And it comes at a very affordable price.
That's right.
50,000 naira.
A meager 50,000.
Yes, no knowledge is a waste, and knowledge is like this. They need to be cherished. It's sought after, like highly sought after knowledge. So it's also going to be an online class, so you don't need to bother yourself about location. Wherever you are, you could join the class and learn everything that you need to learn about the Yam Millionaire program. And the next one we have here is a travel agency, that is Linic Global Consultant Limited.
So Linic is a global travel consultancy agency that provides you different travel plans. They have student plans, they have tourism plans, and they have Jabba plans. That's travel for good plans, you know. So for those of you who are, you know, who have been beaten by the Jabba syndrome bug, you know, so this company will actually get you, you know, to your destination. So they have this study package, a 1 year study package, BSc, you know, and they have the courses that they have available are entrepreneurship in fintech, entrepreneurship in digital marketing, entrepreneurship and small business. Now, if you have there's a course you're interested in but it's not listed here, you know, it's something you can discuss with them and they can help you find the schools that are offering them and get you the admission and then do the process of your, you know, travel to study, right? So this is in the Netherlands, and Netherlands is Holland, you know, so it's a great place for you to go study. It's a country I love so much. And then they have another one, another study package. This one is an MSc, you know, studying in Netherlands package, MSc, and they have a number of courses available. And the courses are digital marketing and communication, educational management, entrepreneurship and innovation, event management, finance, health and social care management, hospitality management, human resource management, international management, sport business management, tourism, and travel, right? Now, here is the one that Chemaka loves so much.
Which one is it?
Travel for vacation.
Oh, yeah, you got it correctly.
You're going to have a good time.
It's festive season. Give yourself a treat this period. Go on vacation.
So basically, they have different plans here for vacation, and so they have visas available to Brazil, Bahamas, France, China, Vietnam. The China and the Vietnam may not necessarily be vacations. You know, if you want to go there for shopping or for business, you know, they got you covered. And then they have Romania. They have Portugal, beautiful country. I love this country. It's the place I stayed. Bulgaria, UK. They have Canada tourist, you know, and then Canada work permit. Now, the Canada work permit is great because you just land and you just start working, right? So this allows you. It's not like many people travel with a visitor's visa and go start looking for jobs, right? It becomes difficult for you to find a job, and eventually your status becomes illegal, right? And then you can't leave the country. There's so many Nigerians who've lost their parents in Nigeria but couldn't come home because actually they traveled with a 1-month visa and ended up staying, right? But this one is that they hook you up with, you know, residency, and this allows you to work.
So you have your freedom. That's
right. That allows you to work. You can open a bank account. You can do whatever it is that you want. You know, you have access to Medicare and all of that. You know, so this is a great package. And so if you're interested in any of these travel packages, call us and we'll hook you up. You know, with Linux Global Travel Consultancy.
Okay, and the what of all of them are?
Which one is that
It's
one?
an export chamber of international trade and investment.
Okay, that's the big brother. All right, so the Export Chamber of International Trade and Investment is an organization that promises to teach you how to export the numerous exportables from Nigeria. Nigeria is blessed with many exportables, you know, over 1,000 exportables from Nigeria, whether in the oil and gas sector, in the solid mineral sector, in the textile sector, agro-allied sectors, you know, in the service sector. Nigeria is blessed. Export affords you that opportunity, and at the Export Chamber, you are taught all of these processes and how you can cash into it, right? So if you want to become an exporter and live above the Tinubu economy in 2024, please go sign up at the www.exportchamber.org. It's www.exportchamber.org, and thank me later.